So welcome back guys, welcome again in another video tutorial for microbiology with Shagnik. So today is officially will be the last video for antimicrobial agents, general characteristics and mode of action, because you know what, we have discussed about inhibitor of nucleic acid, we have discussed about inhibitor of cell wall synthesis, we have discussed about inhibitor of cell membrane, right, and along with inhibitor of protein synthesis. We have also talked about mechanism of amphotericin B and glycophalmin. Okay, and yesterday we have covered MDR and we have covered MRSA along with the Staphylococcus aureus video, and we have also today discussed NDM1, that is our New Delhi metallo beta lactam 1, right, beta lactamase 1 enzyme containing microorganism. Okay, so we have just one topic left, that is XDR. So the full form of XDR I have already told you, that is extensively drug resistance, right. So the idea is, when scientists first developed the new class for bacteria MDR, which is multiple drug resistance, and we have also discussed that what kind of bacteria will be under the MDR. They are the microorganism that have developed resistance to at least one antimicrobial drug of 3 or more antimicrobial categories, right. So under such circumstances, later they have seen that there are various degrees of MDR present. Okay, I have told you with the example of XYZ in the MDR video. So if you want to understand about MDR very well, then I would like to recommend you to go and watch about MDR and then come back here, and it will be very useful for you too. So they classified MDR into two main parts. One is XDR, another one is PDR. Okay, so XDR means extensively drug resistance, okay, and PDR means pan drug resistance. So now let's talk about XDR. So extensively drug resistance, what does it mean? Extensively drug resistance or extensively drug resistant bacteria have the ability to resist near about all antimicrobial agent which was approved. Okay, that means this kind of extensively drug resistant bacteria have the ability to resist near about all antimicrobial agents that are present. Okay, but pan drug resistance is quite different and dangerous than extensively drug resistance, because in case of extensively drug resistance, remember it very carefully that I have used a term that is almost. Okay, the meaning of almost is not all. That means not all the antimicrobial drugs that are available in our market are resistant to extensively drug resistance bacteria. That means they are still susceptible, right? But pan drug resistance are microorganisms that have developed antimicrobial resistance to all antimicrobial agents that are present in all antimicrobial categories. Okay, that means remember it very carefully that pan drug resistance is more dangerous than extensively drug resistance. Okay, you can still treat extensively drug resistant bacteria, but you will have no hope if you are tackling PDR. Okay, that is pan drug resistance. So extensively drug resistance is non-susceptibility of one bacterial species to almost all antimicrobial agents except two or less antimicrobial categories. Okay, similarly within XDR, PDR is the another term. This PDR means is the non-susceptibility of one bacterial species to all antimicrobial agent of all antimicrobial categories. Okay, so I think you can understand what is the basic difference between extensively drug resistance bacteria and the PDR bacteria. Okay, so the first thing is that the XDR term was first used in case of our MTB, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, So this Mycobacterium tuberculosis have resistance to their first line injectables or first line drugs, let's say isoniazid and rifampicin, and they are also develop resistance to fluoroquinolone, okay, and also to their second line injectables. So second line injectables are amikacin, capreomycin and kanamycin. Okay, so under such circumstances we have used the term XDR first. Okay, then later it was expanded to other microorganisms that have developed resistance to all the most important and common standard antimicrobial treatment. Okay, so now there is a statistical study that studies looking at hospital in central India found that 13.8% of the bacterial strain were XDR bacteria. So this is not required. So in the next point, if we come to the next point, we can find out that with the help of this study, they have derived that most of the cases gram positive bacteria have the ability to develop XDR as compared to gram negative bacteria. Okay, that is quite weird because we have seen the natural resistance to gram negative bacteria, but here gram positive bacteria are more susceptible to get our XDR drug resistance. Okay, so now the majority of XDR bacteria were found in surgery section in hospitals, and overall most XDR bacteria are either coagulase positive streptococci or Pseudomonas aeruginosa strain. Okay, so that is the idea of extensively drug resistance bacteria. Okay, so extensively, if we try to recapitulate it, so extensively drug resistance bacteria are the microorganisms that have developed resistance to almost all or all approved antimicrobial agent. Okay, remember it very carefully that pan drug resistance is far more dangerous than extensively drug resistance. Extensively drug resistant bacteria still be curable, okay, but pan drug resistant bacterial infection is very difficult to treat. Okay, so we have used the term XDR first for Mycobacterium tuberculosis, then the later was expanded to other microorganisms also. Okay, depending on their ability to develop resistance to most of the common antimicrobial or standard antimicrobial treatment. Okay, so remember it that in the XDRs are mostly gram positive bacteria, some are gram negative bacteria. So XDR was first, and most of the cases coagulase positive Staphylococcus and Pseudomonas aeruginosa species are the example of XDR. Okay, so that's it for today, friends. So I hope this video will be helpful to you to understand about the basic concept of the extensively drug resistance bacteria. Okay, so today we have completed our syllabus of antimicrobial agent chapter, although I will accumulate to another topic here. One is the generation. What do you mean by the generation of antibiotics? I have got a request for that part, and another one is we will going to talk about some relations. That means whenever you are using two antibiotics together, how do they will work. Okay, so till then, friends, bye bye. So I hope this video will be helpful to you. Thank you.